So in today's video, we're checking out Christmas Part 3 in Hunty Zombies, trying the new perk, the new weapon, and jumping into the new endless map. I'll also be giving my honest thoughts later on, and well, it's exactly what you'd expect from this new dev team. Pretty disappointing, which is sad to see. So with that being said, grab some popcorn, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, hello, welcome back to another video, and in today's banger, we're playing Hunty Zombies yet again, and as you can see from my hand, we are trying out Christmas Part 3, the Christmas Sword. Now, there is quite a few things that were added with this update. They added a new endless map, I believe it's called Castle, and there is also a new perk called Overload, which, if we take a look, because I have rolled for both of these things, you can see Overload gives you a maximum cosmetics of 3. Increasing it by 1 because the base cosmetics you can equip is 2, which is kind of interesting. I'd love to see how this is. Now, I would say this is good for a money build, but again, it quite literally doesn't matter because Endless still gives loads of money, so it doesn't matter what you have in regards to a coin increase on your stats. So there's always that, but we're going to try it out, of course, and we're also going to try out the Christmas Sword. Now, I will note I did increase the damage to maximum. I still have not tried this sword, so I don't know what to expect. It did take quite a bit of money. I think it cost about 5 million worth of spins and 200 lucky spins to get this, so I was a little less lucky when it came to the Christmas Sword. But I also did want to compare it to the Halloween Sword because, you know, this one was Halloween's sword, this one's the Christmas Sword, and they look very similar in models. Now, I don't know if they used the Halloween Sword as a basis to remodel it, but it looks different enough where I can't criticize it, okay? But again, another sword, another weapon, should I say, that has no pose in the lobby. Now, I don't expect it to have no pose in the actual game itself, but this is, the small things add up, and I'm kind of annoyed that they, you know, didn't make a pose again. And also, it comes with some effects, and there's literally no effects in either the pack that you can get in the shop, or even in the Roblox exclusive bundle shop, as far as I'm aware, because there is no, you can't see what the effect is in the shop. It is literally a blank space. Like, if I check, you can see literally, look, there's literally nothing there. It says effect, but I'm not buying it if there's no showcase of what it is, okay? But without further ado, we're gonna go into a school nightmare, compare the Halloween sword and the Christmas sword, and then we'll try out the new endless map Castle, because it looks pretty cool. I haven't tried it out yet, so it would be pretty nice to see how good this is. I don't know if it's any good, but we'll try it. But for now, we're gonna try out Nightmare Campaign and go on school for once. Switch it up a bit, you know? Right, so you see we have the Halloween sword here. And we also have, oh, the Christmas sword does have a pose. Look at it. Okay, I do like this pose. I was scared it was going to be a reskinned pose of this. But no, they've actually gone all out. It actually looks pretty neat. How's the running, though? Okay, the running is just normal running. Okay, yeah. So, comparing them, I kind of prefer the Christmas sword's pose. I do really like how it is here, but it kind of blocks your face. Okay, I've noticed one thing straight away. Why is there 2 abilities? Holy Slash and Ornament Burst. Okay, so we're going to try the M1 first, and then we'll try out the 2 abilities we have. Okay, 964 crit. 270 base damage. Now, we'll note we do have max damage, and we do have quite a few pets and cosmetics now, with the 3 cosmetics we can equip rather than the 2. But, it looks pretty good. I do like the effects. Pretty quick attack speed. What's the range like? Okay, not a really long range, but it's not a bad range in it, like, by any means. But, this is my first impression. Like, if you saw at the beginning of me playing with this sword, I had no mastery on this. So, it'll be interesting to see this. So, we're going to try the Holy Slash now. 36,000 damage. And it's already replenished. Okay. So, 36,000 damage and 15,000 crit. A little weird. A little weird. But, we'll try it one more time. Just for the... Okay. 36,000 damage. That's interesting. That is very interesting. We'll probably try it without any other cosmetics or anything, just to see how it is with just max damage, but it will probably be around the 60 damage mark. I highly doubt it's this OP without any cosmetics and pets. But now that we've tried the M1 and one of 2 abilities, I guess we're going to try the Ornament Burst. Let me just kill this chef first and this zombie and open up these doors. Let the zombies come out and ornament burst. 46,000 damage and 10,000 crit. Okay, and it's already replenished. So we'll do it one last time. 7,000, 31,000. Seems like the damage is really inconsistent with this weapon. They're alright abilities. I was really scared that it was gonna be, you know, like Halloween Sword Pumpkin Burst, like this. But that, as you can see, this does like 1,000 damage and stuff. And the M1 for Halloween Sword does 259. This does, wait a second, 270. 259. Okay, so M1's kind of similar. Crit-wise as well, yeah, very similar. But the actual abilities, completely different. Like, way less damage from the Halloween Sword. Way less damage from the Halloween Sword. So that's pretty interesting to see. Now, I do think I prefer the effects on the Halloween Sword, personally. That is unbiased by any means. If you even compare them, that's one of the effects. Like, and then you look at the Holy Slash and stuff, it's like minimal effects. It's very minimal effects. Now, sometimes you don't need amazing effects to make it the better weapon, but, you know, I think they kind of need to up their game. And considering there's only 2 abilities, it's led me to assume only one thing. This was a rushed weapon to release it on time. That's just me, though. That is just me. Right, I did try and ask in the Discord if this is ever going to get 3 abilities. And I said how the weapon feels a little rushed. Completely ignored. I don't know if they know who I am, or they're just being really stubborn. But, it seems like they don't want to hear hate on their weapon. Now, don't get me wrong. It's really cool. I like the animations on the M1, and I really do like the pose. But 2 abilities on a game that is renowned for having 3 abilities. Literally no weapon has less or more than that. We're not including the V ability. Every weapon has had technically 4 abilities if we're including the level 100, but 3 base abilities. But if we're including the ultimate as well, then I guess this is, yeah, I don't know. We'll try the ultimate now, but they're just not answering me in the Discord, man. The abilities, apart from them being overpowered, there's literally no reason. Like, I would rather use Halloween Sword in my eyes, because I get 3 abilities, and I can still sweep campaign. I don't need this overpowered damage. This is purely a raid weapon, with little to no range again. They have not learned from their previous updates with weapons. Every weapon had variety with the old dev team. You had some with close range, you had some that were way better in long range, which made them a lot better with game modes like Endless, Payload, Campaign. Like, Bow is obviously still really good for raids, but that's the only weapon that's meta from the previous dev team. Now, I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, but these weapons are, like, really lackluster when it comes to modes that aren't raid. Like, I get it. You want raid to be cool, but you're neglecting what this game was first known for, Campaign. Like, range is a massive point in Endless, Campaign, Payload. Like, if you want to get the zombies from far away or prevent them from hitting you, then you want the range, you know? You don't want this close range, because there's a chance that you're going to miss a zombie and then get hit, you know? Don't get me wrong, these abilities are cool, but the M1s are kind of hard carrying this weapon. Like, if we use this ability, it's just a swing, and this ability, it's just a smash, you know? And then we look at a game like, I don't know, Anime Final Quest. I'm still going to compare that game. They have very clean animations for all their abilities and their M1. The M1 has variety in attacks. Like, it's not just a couple swing animations. There's, like, some weapons with, like, slam animations. And the abilities have some really cool animations as well. Whereas this is just that. With no range. No range. And, again, they're neglecting previous rarities. We're yet to get a rare, we're yet to get an epic, we're yet to get a legendary from this dev team, or even a mythic. Okay, I guess we'll try the ultimate now. I expect this to be busted. And the ultimate does no damage. It gives you strength 5. Okay, so we're not locked in. I don't know, man. The ultimate gives you strength 5 for 5 seconds or something. Like, what is the point of that ultimate? It is such a rushed weapon, man. And this perk, I don't care if I can have 3 cosmetics, man. Like, I can just use double damage, and I won't see a difference. 3 cosmetics just makes you even more overpowered. This is the exact opposite of what this game needs. It needs balancing. It doesn't need more overpowered stuff. This weapon is purely made for raids. Like, yeah, I can clear campaign and stuff, but endless and stuff. No, you need range to be able to kill all the zombies and prevent like the boombox from getting close. Because if they get close, you're getting one tapped at like wave 100, for example. You're dead. You know? That's why Bow, Reaper, Scythe, Wizard are so useful in Endless. And they need to be taking notes from the previous dev team of what they did right, rather than what they did wrong. It's so annoying. I was trying to make a positive video, man, but seeing this weapon with 2 abilities... Now, I saw a few comments on my previous video saying that this weapon had 2 abilities, but I didn't want to believe it. I thought they was lying. I thought it was a bug. No, it's not. 3 days later, and this weapon still has 2 abilities. 2 base abilities, an ultimate, and a level 100 ability. I'm not getting this weapon to level 100. I know I got Krampus Claws to level 100, but I'm not making a video on it. Even if I do get this to level 100, I am good. I am good. The only thing that is saving this update now is Endless. And if that is terrible, then... well, we'll just have to see, I guess. Because this weapon is definitely rushed. Okay, so overall, what do I think about this update so far with the weapon and the perk? The perk, just making you more overpowered. If you saw one of my last videos on how to fix this game, this is the complete opposite of what they should have done. You're making people more overpowered. And again, with this weapon, you're just making people more overpowered. Not only have you made a weapon that has 2 abilities, you made a weapon that's ultimate is useless, and you made a weapon that is pointless in any mode that isn't raid. Again. So, I don't know what to say that I haven't already said before. The only positive that I will say is they are making an update on January 2nd, I believe, called Operation Health, which is focusing on making bug fixes. Now, as we know, there is a few bugs that I can think off the top of my head. For example, Sorcerer Cat doesn't work. Music I can't mute. Still plays if it's on 0. The only way to mute is to mute the whole Roblox game, which is also a neat thing. There's also plenty of other bugs, like I know people are crashing when trying to play the Reaper raid boss or any raid boss. I haven't played Reaper's raid boss in a while because I don't need it, but you're preventing players to obtain the really cool weapon the old dev team made called the Reaper Scythe by having this bug that crashes the game, and I really hope you fix these bug fixes and it's not just one bug. If you fix the Sorcerer's Cat, and you call it raps there, games coming off my favorites, I'ma be real. But yeah, no, and in the Discord, again, I got ignored from the helpers asking if this weapon will ever have 3 abilities, and a literal member had to tell me no info. Literal players are telling me there's no info because you're too scared to talk to the community. And again, you said you'd take constructive criticism and ignore me when I said this weapon feels rushed. Because this entire weapon feels rushed. It seems like, oh, we need to actually get an update on time this time. Let's just make it 2 abilities and let's make the ultimate give you strength 5 for 5 seconds. Yeah, no, I don't get it. But I guess we'll try Endless Castle. Let's see if the map looks any good. Apparently there's bugs in this. I don't know, though. Actually, yeah. Okay, at least we got a map that isn't for payload or raid. But yeah, no, Endless is pointless with these sort of weapons. Right, we're here, and ooh, it actually looks kind of nice here. I did take off all my cosmetics and pets, and I put Vampire perk on. Literally nothing is increasing my damage apart from my rebuffs and my actual upgrades on the sword. So this is base damage with the max upgrades. I would have taken off all the upgrades, but I need the money, man. Also, I don't know why my eye patch is looking like that. But okay, the attack speed is a lot slower without any of my cosmetics, and we're really slow, like really slow. It's like they give you no walk speed with these weapons either, man. That's something I realized. But you do 27 damage without any of the cosmetics or upgrades. That's pretty interesting to know, man. Also, I don't know what this raid actually gives. Is there actually craftables? I actually haven't checked. Is there new craftables? Did they actually listen to my last video? Okay, no, this still does hella damage without any of the upgrades. Okay, great. Yo, if there's actually craftables, because I know they added new cosmetics or pets or something, but I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're dropped from this Castle Endless or what. I'm pretty sure they are. But the map looks pretty cool. I'll give them that. Hey, yo, I want to see if I can go through the door. No, I can't. Okay. See, this is what I mean with Endless. Like, if I have no range, I can't get in close, you know? Apparently there's a bug with this where I could just stand up on here and they can't get me or something. Wait, don't tell me I can get on the chandelier, man. Okay, I'm dead, but... yeah, no, see what I mean with the Christmas sword? Unlike the Reaper Scythe and stuff, I have no range, so like the bosses are gonna absolutely cook me. The Boombox Zombies gonna cook me. Can you get up there? I don't know. But I don't think they can get us up here. Okay, they can push us off, but that don't matter. But yeah, no, you can see the money hasn't really changed for Endless. People were saying it was nerfed, but I don't see a difference. I don't know if it's just for this map, because I haven't tried this map. I was on the island when I was grinding for money for the sword. Because I didn't want to... I wanted my first impressions to be on, you know, on video. Look, the map looks cool, don't get me wrong, but... the weapon, the perk, probably the pets or whatever they added as well are probably busted as hell, so... I don't care how cool this map is. It's not carrying this update, man. See, I got no range. I gotta like firm it and then hope for the best. Okay, no, I've just researched something. There's no new power cosmetic. I was completely delusional. There's a new Christmas spirit trait. Now, I do know they added loads of codes at like 3 in the morning for Christmas, and then they removed them, and then they didn't release any Christmas codes. They was released for like 3 hours and then got removed. So people in the EU like me couldn't obtain them because we was asleep. I wasn't asleep. I was, oh, I'm dead again. Yeah. Yeah, no, they added codes and then didn't release more because apparently they didn't verify or give the green light for the codes. So, I don't know why my eye patch is still bugging. But apparently they didn't give the green light for the codes, and they gave you like 150 lucky spins, 150 trays, 1,000 payload coins or something. Something insane like that. I was going to hop on to redeem them, but then I was like, nah, I'll get them in the morning. Completely gone, and then they didn't release any Christmas codes. They released nearly Christmas Eve codes, but no Christmas Eve, no Christmas codes for everybody. I find that a little unfair considering some did redeem the codes. Now, I don't care about the payload coins, but it would have been nice to get some trays, whether it be 25 or 50, I wouldn't have minded, but 150, I get why you removed them, but adding no codes after that is kind of insane. And also, yeah, there is no new craftables. I was completely delusional there. And I am very disappointed with the map. I don't care how cool it looks. Every map that the old dev team made is completely unique with the drops you get. This is just a reskinned school. You get no unique craftables. They didn't add any craftable cosmetics to the new Endless map, which is what you usually do with an Endless map. You add new craftables and you add some cosmetics to craft with them. They could add like a Santa's house something in there. They added nothing. So look, they made a cool map, but they added no content to it. So 1 out of 10 map in my eyes. But there is a new Christmas spirit. It's a 0.05. We are not getting this. But, we can always try. And also, Christmas sword has no icon. That is good to know. Let's try and get it. We're not going to get it. I haven't even got Yorichi yet. Let alone Christmas spirit, man. There is no Christmas spirit, but it increases your payload coin gain. But why have they put that behind a 0.05% chance trait? That's insane. It also gives critical damage by 40%, critical chance by 40%, attack speed by 10%, movement speed by 10%, and skill damage by 30%. Bro, I don't care. There's no cosmetics, no pets that increase your payload's coin gain, and they put it behind a rare trait. Okay, so instead of actually increasing the payload coins, you've given us a trait that is basically impossible for the average person to get. Well played, Hunty Zombies. Round of applause. Round of applause. L update. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving them a 2 out of 10 is because the map looks cool. And that is it. There's no content in the map. So, in fact, minus 2 out of 10. Would have been a minus 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the map. No content in the map for the Endless map. The sword has 2 abilities, 2 base abilities, not including ultimate or level 100 ability, when it should have 5 abilities when all maxed, including ultimate and the V ability. The perk is just making you even more overpowered. The power creep is getting worse. Well done. The sword is also helping with the power creep because of how overpowered it is with just base damage. Well done, Hunty Zombies. Overall, this is a terrible update. I don't recommend playing this game. I'm not going to tell you to play this game. I'm not going to, tell you to or whatever. Like, if you've seen, I used to buy loads of slots for every weapon that came out, like new weapon. I stopped doing that when they took control because I'm not giving the money for making some terrible weapons like this. I don't care how cool the effects look. You should be giving us weapon effects. You should be giving us animations that actually are cool. You should be giving us 3 abilities minimum for the base. And you should be giving us everything the old dev team should do. You know, if you wanted to continue this game rather than basically make it a completely different game. Again, I think my idea from my previous video was a good idea. Start from scratch, reduce the stats of everything, and you'll be chilling. And reduce the health of the raid boss. I'm not going to be doing a raid boss today because we already know the damage is going to be overpowered on this weapon. I just thought I'd get a video out because, you know, I didn't upload yesterday or the day before because obviously, you know, Christmas spirit and all that. I hope you guys had a good holiday, by the way. Again, I was in no rush to make this video. I knew it was going to be a terrible update, and yeah, them taking criticism and ideas completely out the window. I don't know what to say. This is terrible update. I'm gonna be real, completely awful update. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about this update. Did they make a W update or did they make an L update? The only hope is the Operation Health update, which I doubt is gonna do much. It's probably gonna add more bugs and fix a few minor ones. That's my predictions, but you know, you could always give me your thoughts as well in the comments. You know how it is. But that being said, if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and liking. You know how this channel be moving lately. We hate on Hunty Zombies because this game is known as Hunty Bugs now, clearly. But that's the video from me. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.